And David, do you know whether James will join us today or? Okay, Beltran and Thomas, nice to meet you first. I'm Todi Mladenov. I work for Microsoft. I'm one of the maintainers on Notary project. Beltran, I think we exchanged a couple of messages, but welcome. Do you folks want to introduce yourselves? What do you work on?
Yeah, thank you. I'm Beltran. I'm part of the Bitnami project, now part of VMware, now part of Procom. Yeah, I have been here since the beginning of the project, right now around 18 years ago. And yes, pretty interested on Notary project and notation tooling. We have been playing mainly with Docker Notary in the first versions, and now happy that this project is starting again and getting evolved. Yeah, we are early adopters, right, in the Bitnami or VMware Tanzu application catalog in both sides for signing the images, etc. So yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I'm Thomas. I work with Beltran, the same team. I'm a developer at Tanzu Application Catalog. Yeah, we are eager to use notation in every possible way.
Thank you. Vani and David, do you want to introduce yourself for Beltran
Hi,
and
I'm
Thomas?
David Dooling. I work at Docker and Docker official images and signing stuff.
And Vani?
Hi, I'm Vani. I work for AWS. I'm the software development manager here, working for code signing and software supply chain security. Yeah.
Thank you. So I had an agenda for today, but I want to ask Beltran and Thomas if you want to talk about something like, because you're joining the meeting. Is there any questions you want to ask? Any topics that you want to cover? We can start with you guys.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, we have been changing some messages, but mainly about KubeCon in the last couple of weeks, right? I'm pretty busy, and the team also traveling, etc. But our goal is to try to use notation for in toto assessment. I know that there are some efforts there, or starting some efforts there for having the verifications of in toto attestation. And that is mainly why we are here. We are currently creating those in toto attestation as part of our software supply chain. And yes, ideally, it will be great to use notation to verify that signature. That's our main goal. And if we can help to anything, will be great.
Actually, we've been talking about in toto attestations. I have also been looking at those. Would you mind kind of walking us through when do you create those? What kind of attestations do you do? Do you do provenance? Do you do
Yes,
I don't know, Sky or something like that?
right now, I mean, we had custom provenance in terms of obligation catalog for a long time ago, and recently we have adopted the Salsa provenance, following the in toto predicate, and that's the first in toto attestation that we have added. But in addition to that, in toto supports other predicates like SPDX, test results, vulnerability scanning, that we may also include in the future. For now, we only have Salsa provenance. We also have the other kind of artifacts, but not inside the in toto predicates. Yeah, we would like to know if this is something that it will be interesting for notation to verify these kind of artifacts.
There certainly is interest. One of the things that we have not discussed is really how to design this experience about the attestations itself. We can have a discussion maybe today to walk through that and eventually start some brainstorming. Any ideas that you have, we're open to actually for you to submit ideas. We can start a document where eventually describing those ideas and what exactly you are expecting to happen.
Okay. Yeah, maybe probably in a asynchronous mode, we can start putting there like this is the kind of files that we have. This is the experience that we want to create for users. But it will be more difficult to design how the notation looks like. But at least the high level or the experience from the users is something we can write down and share.
And I think that's the most important part, defining the experience, because I was doing a research like 1 month, 2 months ago, and I found like a lot of theory, but there wasn't really good tools that supports those frameworks, and it wasn't really easy to adopt it in projects. So defining that experience will be like the very big step.
Should we? Do you want to actually go and start maybe a Google Doc where you want to describe kind of your desired experience, and we can take that as a starting point?
Okay, we can do a brief document and share it. Maybe for next calls we can review.
I also saw, I was checking the agenda from previous meetings, and yeah, I saw that in toto topic appears in a couple of them, and I even think that there is already some document created, so I will take a look to them and see what has been already proposed.
Yeah, I shared the document a while back, which is kind of I mean Microsoft, what we are thinking inside Microsoft as attestations. Maybe I can give you a quick overview. What we've been kind of trying to prototype and play with is we look at the Sky attestation. Supply chain. I don't remember what the predicate, the acronym stands for, but it's kind of more versatile format that we can add attestations in different stages of the supply chain, at least as we think inside Microsoft. And we just kind of in the last 2-3 weeks started even playing with code. Until now, it was mostly kind of describing the ideas in the documents. I do plan to maybe in the next couple of weeks to have some idea how we can leverage that one. So Sky is the one. The other one is what we internally have been looking at is also the Salsa provenance that you are aware. One of the things for Salsa provenance for us specifically is we hear a lot of our customers asking really pinpointing the actual engineer or the team that owns the image, not so much how the image is built. While Salsa provenance is more targeted towards like reproducibility of the builds and giving information of how the build of the image happened, which is a little bit different from what at least we hear as requirement from our customers. And the third thing that we've been looking at is really the new vulnerability predicate that in Toto added recently. For quite some time, we've been trying to find a common format that we can exchange vulnerability information between, let's say, the scanners and other tools that we are developing, and how we can use some common format, because right now every scanner they have their own vulnerability format. We looked at Sarif as a format. It's not really kind of helpful because some of the tools that we develop, Sarif misses information. It's not well defined where this information needs to go, and Trivi saves it in one place, Gripe saves it in another, and so on. So that's why we were kind of interested in the vulnerability attestation that in Toto added. So those are kind of the three things that we've been looking at, and eventually I can in a couple of weeks go through what we tried out, what is our thought about that, how we can use them, as well as think about the experience, how we can sign the attestations at point of creation, and how we can integrate that with notation.
Sounds great.
Mm-hmm. David and Vani, any thoughts about in Toto or?
No.
Yeah, we too are sort of interested in getting signed in Toto attestations. I guess implemented in Notary in notation. We know it's on the, I think it's on the roadmap for like third quarter of this year.
Yep.
We want to sign all that stuff, and we feel that attestations are a better approach than just signing the images.
Okay, so Beltran, if you have any thoughts, just share a document and we can start iterating on it.
We'll do that. Great.
Mm-hmm. And I'll try to find my. So there is one document that was shared in the past. That was from Johnny from Docker. Let me just share that link, and I'll add it to the notes. This is more for, actually, that was a discussion between Johnny and the InToto community, and it talks about the DC paywall. We use different type of signature, which is either JWS or COSI. I know that Thomas from the InToto community, he prototyped with COSI. And he can actually, I would like to invite him in one of the Notary project meetings to give his feedback on the prototyping part. And
thank you. We will check it.
Mm-hmm. And I had one more kind of document that I cannot find right now, but I will share it maybe offline. Okay. Any other thoughts on this topic? If not, let me just share my screen. I had added some agenda, David, and I was hoping that James will be here. Maybe we can move some of the agenda for next week. I wanted to talk about tough metadata and how we can save tough metadata in the registry, something that we discussed with James. But the agenda yeah, go ahead, David.
Yeah, he's out sick right now. He mentioned he messaged in the CNCF Slack Notary channel, but I would guess he will be available to talk about it next week, so it might be good to delay that.
I actually will be out next week, so I will not be available. But I added it so to the agenda, and I have a document. If you guys want to take a look offline and add any comments, that will be great. So we can skip the two items like tax signing and tough metadata or tax stream discussion. The other thing on the agenda that I had is, so we need to complete kind of these changes in the governance. So I submitted quite a few PRs. This is mostly for Vani and eventually Vani if you talk with Pritesh and Nias. But we need approvals on these PRs just to update the code owners and the maintainers files with the new org maintainers. And I really, last Monday, we talked that we really would like to kind of close on James, vote for James and adding him to the org maintainers. I know that Nias was doing some work around updating the governance documents so we can document the approach that we want to take for James as well as in the future. I don't know whether that kind of made any progress or not. I believe I have not seen anything. So Vani, do you mind checking with Nias?
Yeah, sure, Toddy. I see that the list has grown. Okay, I'll take a look at that.
Yeah, and those are all the PRs for updating the maintainers and code owners in each one of the repositories under Notary project. So I need like the necessary number of approvals from different organizations just to merge them. We already approved the issues for that, but the branch policies or the branch policies, yes, require at least 2 approvals for most of those.
Sure. I think last week G&D kind of prioritized on both of our maintainers PR, and I think that is good. I think we should see like 4 approvals right there. So that should be good.
Yeah, so, and all these PRs that I'm listing here, they have that changes included. We just need to merge them.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. And the James is the last one that I think is kind of high priority to really close on. That is, I don't remember the issue number, but I can add it to the notes. Okay. So having in mind that James is not here, I think we are skipping these 2 agenda items. I don't have anything else for today. Anybody else wants to add to the agenda or?
I'm good.
Vani, you?
I'm good, Tom. Yeah.
Okay, then I guess we can end it earlier today. Thank you, Beltran and Thomas, for joining us. I will send you some more details offline in the Slack channel.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day and nice evening.
Bye-bye.